This is just something I just thought I like to do. I know there's been quite a few tutorials online, but I don't know, I've seen a few people starting. I've seen some streams where people are literally just picking up the game, and while I'm definitely not an expert by any means at this game, I thought I'd do this like little beginner useful tips more than anything. There's a pretty good guide online, which if I find the link I'll post that too, that goes into a lot more in depth. But no, I just thought I'd just do this quick little vid, it might help some people out. Okay, well, one of the things I've seen when people have started playing the game is, I think they're using the combo assist as well, is the first thing I'd probably say to them to do is just learn to end the combo. You see here, I didn't end the combo, and well, you got that white potential life there which gradually builds up. You know, I've seen a lot of people just using the combo assist, and it just seems like, I'll show you here, just like they'll be doing all these moves and the combo ends and they missed out on all that damage. Now of course with Killer Instinct, one of the things that I really like about the game is the mind games. So you know, there's all these variables that you can do, like you can intentionally drop a combo to reset, all that kind of stuff, but just for the beginners, I've just seen people just not ending the combo. You miss out on so much damage. Of course I'm going to assume that most people have gone through the tutorial anyway and literally know the basics, but one thing as well I'd say is this game is a bit different to most games. There's not really well, the bread and butter combos, because of the way Killer Instinct works, is I don't really feel like there is bread and butter combos. I mean, there are combos which are harder to break. I suppose the only bread and butter combo you probably want to know is when you get a lockout combos to do the most damage, that kind of thing. So you just, once you get the lockout, the combo, of course, again, because this game is so in depth, with especially the mind games, you might not of course want the damage, you might want to get the battery ender or the wall splat ender for setups, resets. You know, the amount of options in this game is just insane. I know if you're coming from the Street Fighter world, it is a bit of a daunting task, because you know, you want to land a combo, and for most fighting games it's usually the combo safe, but of course with the combo breakers and this is not. But I do know they made one change a while back. It used to be, you see that I did the first hit, it does its full damage. I don't think early on that used to be the case. I think it used to be you'd get half of it as full damage and half as potential, but I think they changed that because as Maximilian said, you know, once you land the hit you should be rewarded, so I think they give you a lot of the damage up front for that one hit, and then of course after that you get your potential damage. So start with the you know, the basics. That's just basically the combos. So just learn to end the combo, get the damage, or if you want to get the battery ender. Of course, it all depends on what character you are as well. Next thing I'll probably say is just learn your character's traits, all the useful things like, you know, Jago. You can combo from a throw. But then he's got this other trait as well. That's called Around the World, and that actually helps build up your instinct. And for what people have been telling me, that is what you do to get the damage. Now, when I said earlier about bread and butter combos, when I said about the damage, it does depend which character you pick. So say your main character, Jago, is down to almost the end of his first life bar, but he's got Fulgor to a stage where he's literally won the first round, so then a lot of players would tend to then pop Instinct. Essentially that's kind of the idea, but because of his instinct mode, when Jago lands fireballs he regains health, so he can regain a lot of his first bar again. So, but again, all these characters have different instincts, so it's best to just experiment with them all. Now, in an earlier video I discussed how it works with combo breakers. So I said I used to make the major mistake of just looking for the characters, what the opponent's moves did, and in reality I should have been looking at my own character. So watch Jago. I'm going to try and just do lights. Let's see how he reacts. And that's for mediums. You see, Jago reacts in a certain way, and that's how you learn to break the combos. Now, heavies you can see quite easily, and they're quite easy to break. Mediums, good players, not me unfortunately, but good players can have learned to break them on reaction. Lights, usually a guessing game. But then again, you have to see online people talk about guess breaking. Now, certain players that may be true, but I think with a lot of players it's not really guess. I think it's like an educated guess. You watch the enemies or the opponent's patterns and then you work out the likely. So while it is a guess, it's like you're playing odds in your head. Are they going to be doing this? And then you go into the whole complicated counter breakers. No, this is where it gets absolutely insane. Now when it comes to things like counter breakers, this is where the mind games get insane. So depending, because essentially I've seen there's so many ways you could do this, because it does get pretty mental later on. Like if you're playing, like I've seen it happen before, where you play against somebody you never played before, you start the match, you land the first combo, you do a counter breaker straight away, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but then over the course of the match or two, you start to realise the patterns, and then it gets into kind of like a whole insane mind games. Like, for example, with me, I tend not to counter break early on, and usually I tend to get broken quite a lot. And if I find that if I'm ahead in health, I still won't counter break because it is a risk reward. I try and get the opponent to keep combo breaking me and keep doing it until it becomes part of them, and then once they got so used to it and they don't think, and then I do the counter breaker. It's just one of those games where if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, it stops working. So as soon as you land that counter breaker, chances are they're probably going to not try and combo break the next one. Usually, I mean, again, it's a mind game, so often you may find that the combo after you've done the combo breaker. And the other thing I would say as well is just try and mix everything up. Try and learn the manuals and auto doubles, flip outs, resets, all that kind of thing.